Hey everyone, we're going to graph f of x, this one right here, number 1. I've already done these 3 as well on different videos if you want to get an idea about these. We're also going to graph the secant line, and from -2 to 1, we're going to have to find our y value as well. So basically, the secant line is basically the average rate of change, which equals your slope. So since we're going from -2 to 1, what we're going to do is plug in our x value to find our y. So we're going to plug in f of -2. So you get -2 squared minus 4 times -2 plus 3. That's going to give you 4 plus 8 plus 3. And that gives you 15. So we put a 15 there. And then we also have to find f of 1, which is just 1 minus 4 plus 3. And that just equals 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. All right? So there's that. And now to find the slope, we just have to use our slope formula there. So our slope, we'll just call this 0.1, 0.2. So we get 0 minus 15 divided by 1 minus a -3, which equals -15 divided by 3, which is -5. Now to find your equation, we're just going to use the slope-intercept form. Plug in my slope here. And then I'll go ahead and use this point to plug in my x and my y. So 0 equals -5 plus b. So obviously b is 5, because -5 plus 5 is 0. So the equation of your secant line is going to be -5x plus 5. Now we have to remember all this for the next slide. So we have -215, 1, 0. -215 and 1 comma 0. Let's go ahead and plug those in. -2, I don't have really, I only go up to 10 on here, so I'm going to kind of make it right about there. I'm just estimating it anyway, and 1 is just going to be at 0. Now, my y-intercept for this is 3, so go 1, 2, 3. That's when x is 0, y is 3. And also, let's factor this and find my x-intercepts. So we get x minus 3 times x minus 1. So that's going to be x is 3 and x is 1. So we already have this one and 3. 1, 2, 3. There's your midpoint right in there, which is 2. So if you plug in 2, you're going to get 2 squared, 4 minus 8 plus 3. That's -1. So that's your vertex. But we really don't need that. We're just sketching this anyway. So if I go up in here, we're over 2 here. So I'm just going to sketch this graph here. I can't get the 15 because of this graph paper on this thing, but let me sketch this thing. So there it is. So there's the graph of that. Now the secant line was y equals a -5x plus 5. So let me see, that y-intercept is 5. 3, 4, 5. And we have a point way up in here, and we have this one. So here's your secant line right here. Something like that. And you can extend it out because we're trying to get that's the equation of it. So the slope here is -5. That's your secant. And the equation of the secant line is this, if you extend it out. So in general, that's what you're doing. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.